I'm skipping down to Stephan Sterns, case 24 CF 1293.
Judge Tanya Davis Wilson today mispronounced Stephan Sterns' first name as Stephen in courtroom 4F and called his case on Thursday, April 25th, 2024, around 1:20 p.m., by the way. This audio was so low that I have boosted it all the way to 400%, and I will explain to you first before I show you what happened in the Osceola courtroom, since it was difficult to hear. I suggest wearing headphones and turning the volume all the way up in order to hear it. Many other defendants appeared in person, but not Sterns. Once Judge Wilson was done with the cases that needed a Spanish interpreter, she called Sterns' case.
2500. Are there any other cases that need the Spanish interpreter, Ms. Anderson?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
This was Sterns' first appearance hearing for his felony murder case. And of course, Sterns did not actually appear in person in court today. He is charged in the death of his girlfriend's daughter, Madeline Soto. It began with Judge Wilson saying, "All right, I'm skipping down to Stephan Sterns, case 24 CF 001293. Danielle Pinnell, the Assistant State Attorney in the State Attorney's Office, 9th Judicial Circuit of Florida, who is currently a prosecutor assigned to the homicide unit, was there. Danielle Pinnell for the state was the attorney on record ready to begin this long prosecution process of Sterns. Sterns' lawyer said, "Rachel Anderson on behalf of Mr. Sterns. She is out of the office of the public defender in Kissimmee, Florida. Defense will waive his appearance," she said, along with waiving a formal reading of the charges and move forward with probable cause and bond. This is a common move by defendants like Sterns who don't want to hear their awful accusations read aloud in court. "Thank you," said the judge. "So this public defender has waived Mr. Sterns' appearance today," explained the judge, "and also has waived reading of the charges today. Public defender has previously been appointed," Judge Wilson said. "The bond on this case is set at none," the judge said, which makes sense to me that a horrible case like this would have zero bond, no chances for Sterns to post any kind of bail. A good thing, because in that previous deep dive we took into Sterns' family, we learned of his parents' finances and wealth that came from real estate ventures. Find a link to that deep dive below in case you missed it. "Miss Pinnell is this?" the judge began to ask, but trailed off as she does a couple of times. "Your Honor, I don't know if the PD's office has actually been appointed on this case," said the lawyer. "She means that she doesn't know if the public defender's office has yet been appointed on his murder case, as opposed to his other case with those long list of charges against Sterns. The PD's office represents him in 24 CF 632, she said, meaning his criminal case, 2024 CF 000632, listing all those 60 heinous crimes against Maddie. "I'll still appoint them here as well," said the judge, meaning that she'll appoint a public defender for Sterns in this newest capital murder case. "Thank you," said the lawyer. "Okay," said the judge. State, with regard to detention, the judge trailed off again without finishing her question. "Your Honor," began the lawyer, "how do you want to handle that?" asked the judge. "The state would be proceeding under Arthur for holding purposes. When an inmate is held under Arthur, it typically refers to being held pursuant to the United States Supreme Court case of Stack v. Boyle, 1951, often simply referred to as the Arthur Rule. In this context, an inmate being held under Arthur means they are being detained without bail or with an excessively high bail amount. This situation arises when a judge determines that the defendant poses a flight risk or a danger to the community. Okay, said the judge. The judge continued speaking. So, whoever had the case, I believe it is Judge Karsten, can set a hearing whenever the defense makes that request. Any other future court dates on this case? We have an arraignment on April 29th at 1:30 p.m., shouted Sterns' lawyer a little bit louder from across the courtroom. We could not see any of these people on screen due to the way the camera is oddly placed in this courtroom, only focusing on the suspects. All right then, thank you very much. And that was it. Less than 2 minutes and Sterns' hearing was done. It happened so quickly and the sound was so low that many people missed it. Thank God I was screen recording it with my iPhone with the volume on full blast. I'll let you listen to it now.
All right, I'm skipping down to Stephen Sterns, case 24 CF 1293.
Danielle Pennell for the state.
Rachel Anderson, on behalf of Mr. Sterns, Your Honor, defense will waive his appearance along with formal reading of the charges and move forward with probable cause and bond.
Thank you. So this public defender has waived Mr. Sterns' appearance today and also has waived reading of the charges today. Public defender has previously been appointed. The bond on this case is set at none. Ms. Pennell, is this?
Your Honor, I don't know that the PD's office has actually been appointed on this case. The PD's office represents him in 24 CF 632.
Okay, well, I'll still appoint them here as well.
Thank you.
Okay. State, with regard to detention, are you,
Your Honor,
how do you want to handle that?
the state would be proceeding under Arthur for holding purposes.
Okay. So whoever has the case, I believe it is Judge Karsten, can set a hearing whenever the defense makes that request. Any other,
Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. Any other future court dates on this case?
He has an arraignment on April 29th at 1:30 p.m.
All right then, thank you very much. The next case is Eduardo Benetti de Valle.
So, chances are that Sterns won't show up on Monday for his next hearing either, unless a judge can force him to do so. Could you hear anything? What do you think about Sterns skipping all these hearings? Let's close with Hosea 3:5. Afterward, the sons of Israel will return in deep repentance and seek the Lord their God, and seek from the line of David their king, the King of Kings, the Messiah. And they will come trembling to the Lord and to his goodness and blessing in the last days.